Welcome back to High on Horror, where the weed is loud and the screams are louder. This is Drew here.
And I'm John. This episode and every future episode's dedicated to all the horror hounds and stoners out there who want to expand their knowledge of the genre and have a good time.
Today on High on Horror, we're coming to you straight from the heart of the chaos. We are remotely covering the Fantasia International Film Festival, and we're here to give you a first look at what's about to shake up the horror world today. And today's episode is all about the 5 films we're most excited for their premieres, and the ones we think that you need to know about. All that and more today on High on Horror. Interviews, reviews, and the latest news all rolled into one. All right, so I'm about to get us into our first movie here that we are most excited to talk about. But before I do, John, what are we smoking today? You know, we don't got no questions being asked, no puff ask on this episode.
We're just going to get into the movies, but
we are high on horror.
Of course, the cannabis first, most important. So we're going to smoke some Nightshade. Okay. And going back to good old Leafly for some info on it, I just brought it up because it says the top effects are sleepy, aroused, and euphoric. I think maybe one other time I think we saw aroused pop up on there. But it also says it's very calming, so it's kind of confusing. But it's indica heavy, and we're pairing that because I think our first 3 movies here, you'll see all somehow either have night in them or you would think of them involving the night.
I like that. That's good choosing. That's good. That's well planning, John. All right, so the first movie here that we're going to talk about, what is it, John?
So our first film here is Nightborn. With dreams of starting a perfect family, Saga, played by C.D. Harla, of compartment number 6, an icebreaker, and her British husband, John, played by Rupert Grint. Everybody knows him from Harry Potter.
Ron Weasley.
I haven't seen any of the Potters, but I know he's from the Potter. They moved to an isolated house where she spent much of her childhood, deep in the Finnish forest. As soon as her baby is born, despite the reassurances of all around her, Saga knows there's something terribly wrong with her son. Their marriage begins to crack and John struggles to support his wife, but only Saga suspects the terrible truth about her newborn. The sophomore feature from gifted Finnish filmmaker Hanna Bergholm. She also made Hatching. Nightborn launches an official competition at this year's Berlina and Fantasia and is proud to be the site of its North American birthing. A deeply uncomfortable, visceral, gruesome, and darkly humorous look at the emotional roller coaster of new parenthood through a genre prism. Nightborn is stylishly directed and anchored by an astonishing, one-of-a-kind lead performance from Harla. So this was one we actually did get a trailer for. It definitely felt very like folk horror-y. Horror-y? I don't know how I...
Horror-y?
Horror-y? Yeah. That doesn't sound right. But yeah, it definitely had like a folk horror like theme to it. This was like the first trailer that I went and seeked out. Jesus, ain't even hit the weed yet. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It was probably, I'd say probably I guess we did do it first here, but it's probably my number 1 to look forward to.
This is definitely, this isn't the first trailer that I watched, but after watching the trailer, I was, it went right to the top. It's number 1 for me, the one I'm looking forward to the most for sure. And it doesn't really have anything to do with the cast or anything like that. Like, that's all good that they're known to be, well established and good craftsmen of their craft, being actors and all. But to me, just the story and the chaos of what it entails in the film was what really made me want to see it. that motherhood horror, like, it reminds me of like Grace and the Babadook, and other horror films like let's say Rosemary's Baby. Just like whenever like motherhood is the horror and like the mom possibly, even when it twists, and it's even like this movie where it seems like in Nightborn the mom might be the villain of the movie. Even like the motherhood horror is The Brood. There's another one, David Cronenberg's motherhood horror is always hits when it's done right, and this looks like it's going to be really disturbing. So yeah, Nightborn is definitely my number 1 on the list as well. All right, and my second pick for the festival, is this your second pick as well, John? Unholy Night, or I guess it doesn't matter if we agree on order or not. But
yeah, I was going to say probably this is number 2. of movies, there's a documentary we'll talk about that I feel like would probably be my number 2.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
totally.
even number 1. To
Maybe
be
even
honest.
number 1 with that. Yeah, but yeah, I'm choosing Unholy Night because it looks like Christmas chaos, Evil Dead style. You know, so I'm all over Evil Dead and Christmas. Let's go. You know, what were you gonna say something?
Yeah, Nicole, when we were watching trailers, she was like, "Is this a new Evil Dead movie?" I was like, "It does definitely feel like a Christmas Evil Dead movie."
That is the best compliment you can give a movie, in my opinion. But for you listeners out there, Unholy Night, Michael Gabriel graced Fantasia screens in 2023 with his short film Getaway, which won the Gold Audience Award for Best International Short, and the darkly hilarious Room Tone, which also garnered several wins and nominations in 2024. It was only a matter of time until he unleashed his quick-witted violence in a feature-length film. So get ready for Christmas in July with Unholy Night. Family, food, and a Nana who won't die make Christmas Eve a bloody mess for Gino and his family. This tight-knit Italian unit soon finds out that Gino and his ex-girlfriend aren't the most scandalous things in the family when his dead grandmother comes back to help, in quotations, with the festivities. With an ensemble cast that strikes a great balance of horror, heart, and hilarity, its cast includes Mark Benedavid, who was from Dark Matter and Reacher, Shalene Garnett from Fire County and Diggstown, and veteran actor Ron Lee of the Canadian classic Clear Cut. Gabriel's debut feature perfectly captures the chaos of the holidays as Gino and his family battle an onslaught of undead relatives and lost love, all on Christmas Eve.
Maybe to be a new Christmas movie in the rotation.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I remember reading this, and Grandma comes back from the dead. I was already in at that point.
Yeah, we're all on Christmas. Adding that it's a Christmas movie? Sure, let's do it.
Getting into our third film here, Sister Putri and Ida decide to visit the wig factory where their debt-ridden mother apparently took her own life in the middle of a shift in order to understand what might have happened. And I forgot to start with it, but the name of the movie is Sleep No More. Upon arrival, they meet the boss, Mrs. Mariatti, who watches over a tight-knit community of employees. Horrific workplace accidents caused by overwork are on the rise, and 2 young women come to a grim conclusion. The factory is haunted by a demon. With the unsettling Sleep No More selected for the latest Berlina, director and co-writer Edwin, winner of an award at Locarno 2021 for Vengeance is Mine, All Others Pay Cash, marks his first foray into the pure, unadulterated body horror, delivering a barrage of soaking parectal, Jesus, that's not even a word, shocking practical effects that at times recall Carpenter's The Thing. Beneath the oppressive, blood-smoked atmosphere lies a powerful critique of the horrific working conditions and pitiful wages endured to feel the insatiable monster that is capitalist industry. You could definitely tell the body horror from it. When I was watching it with Nicole, she felt a little squeamish watching and said she was good on that. But I don't know. I thought maybe a little more Cronenberg than Carpenter, I felt like, from the trailer.
This Sleep No More was on my list as well. We had a lot of the same movies that we both agreed on, which is funny because we didn't really discuss ahead of time what movies to watch. We just picked the movies we thought looked good.
Yeah. I told you when we were talking about doing the curtain raiser, I told you to just watch over some trailers. Let me know what you like. I'll let you know what I like. I think I sent mine over to you first, and then
I had to look back today, and I was like, oh shit, it was 3 of mine or 3 of yours.
Dude, it's funny because when I wrote them, I was like, I guarantee you, like 2 of the 4 I sent over to Drew, like, he'll probably pick them as well.
We always usually cross streams when it comes to picking movies.
Nice Ghostbusters reference.
But no, I thought Sleep No More looked really good, and I'm always into horror movies that speak mostly on social commentary. Like They Live. The weed's getting to me. I'm not sure exactly what the word is I'm looking for, but it seems very, I like that it's obviously I don't think that the creatures are going to be real. I haven't seen the movie, but like it's obviously like an analogy for a situation, like you said, about capitalism and how hard people work. And I from the creature effect, that in the trailer you'll see like there's like this like head thing crawling on the ceiling, and so I did briefly think of the thing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my overall. It did kind of more, if anything, kind of gave me like an H.P. Lovecraft kind of vibe from the
Yeah.
trailer. But yeah, no, I'm into it. It sounds really good, and I'm always down for movies that are trying to be. I'm not gonna say woke because it's not woke. That's not the word, but that are social commentaries for like actual like real things people go through, and the bullshit they have to put up with, and how like the Babadook, how it's an analogy for something bigger. I like that.
And this is actually going to be its North America premiere.
All right, now my next movie that I'm gonna bring up is definitely worth bringing up because we just talked about The Thing, and talk about The Thing. It's a creature feature, and it takes place in the snow. And this movie is called Junction Row, and I just rhymed. Look at me.
Damn, nice.
The trailer, look up the trailer Junction Row and watch it. It's a short trailer, but it's definitely enough if you're a horror fan and a creature fan to make you go, oh shit. Thing vibes all over it, but not in a rip-off kind of way. Ashley Wessel has directed film festival favorite shorts like 2018's Tick and 2020's Weirdo, and rounded them out with segments in the 2024 horror anthology Creepy Bits. Now, audiences can see the world premiere of her feature debut, Junction Row. Canadian horror icon Catherine Isabelle from Ginger Snaps is Juno, a recovering addict who leaves a fringe housing component for a better life, leaving her beloved Ruby behind. When she learns that Ruby has gone missing, Juno returns only to find Junction Row has become a hotbed of criminal activity. But she encounters much more than menacing drug dealers on her mission to find Ruby. Isabel continues to be a crowd pleaser and an action star, and supporting roles by Glenn Gould and Kylie Mack. And they don't disappoint, with distinct Lovecraftian dread, the creature feature penned by Adam Caesar, Matt Serafini, and Wessel conjure a story where the fear of the unknown isn't confined to what lies above, but what waits beneath.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down for a good Lovecraft style movie. You know me. Yeah, I mean, this sounds like it's going to be pretty sweet. Everything you laid out there sounds good. I'm interested to see Catherine Isabelle. I mean, we're getting these film festival movies, and we're getting some people with some names.
I know. Like honestly, like we're not shit talking any film festival, but we've gotten a lot of screeners for a lot of movies where it's like we didn't know anybody. They were all kind of like first timers and no names, and now like are we moving up the ladder, John?
Oh yeah, big time.
Are we moving up the ladder?
So I know we said 5 movies, but we're throwing in a documentary for free. But Rubberhead: The Life and Monsters of Steve Johnson. For
I cannot wait for this one.
for the uninitiated. Just going from, I'm just taking this from Wikipedia. Some of his best known creations include Slimer from Ghostbusters, the alien Syl from Species, Robin Williams Robotics for Bicentennial Man, Doc Ock's Arms for Spider-Man 2, and just a partial filmography. I was going through this with Nicole. The Fog, Ghost Story, Humanoids from the Deep, The Howling, American Werewolf in London, Videodrome, Ghostbusters, Biohazard, Fright Night, Howling 2, Big Trouble in Little China, Predator, uncredited.
Night of the Demons.
Yeah, Night of the Demons, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Howling 4. I don't know that one. The Abyss, more Howling.
Pet Cemetery 2.
Yeah, Suburban Commando, Return of the Living Dead 3, but Brain Scan.
Of course, I'll say Brain Scan. That was my next one.
Yeah, Night of the Demons 2, Species, TV's Outer Limits. I mean, it was the 95 one, but still. LA Confidential.
Blade 2.
Blade 2. Apparently, I did not know he was involved in the 98 Hulk. It got canceled. Dreamcatcher. We already said Spider-Man 2. He did the makeup test for I Am Legend. Like, the guy's done a lot.
Yeah, and I think you just mentioned that this weed's really got me right now. But he was the original guy to do Iron Man. He had the contract to make the Iron Man suit for Iron Man, and then he made all the drawings and got everything ready and didn't get the contract, but he was even in talks with Marvel. And I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, that resume like just speaks for itself. Like seriously, like holy shit.
And known for his intense work ethic, perfectionism, and obsession with breaking new ground, Steve Johnson has created iconic creatures and effects for some of the most beloved genre films in cinema history, working with everyone from John Carpenter, David Cronenberg, Sam Raimi to James Cameron, Steven Spielberg, Guillermo del Toro. His drive and ambition. His drive and ambition also led to heartbreaking acts of self-sabotage, divorce, and a serious drug addiction. Over 7 years in the making and stacked with incredible, never-before-seen archival footage, Rubberhead, The Life and Monsters of Steve Johnson is a revealing portrait of an immense talent who could also be his own worst enemy. Director Nick Taylor leads the artist, an enormously engaging raconteur, do much of the showing and telling through the likes of Leanna Quigley, John Landis, Tom Holland, and Oscar winner Bill Corso also contribute. Rubberhead is at once a captivating reflection on the genre-changing practical effects glory days, and everything was unexplored ground primed for radical innovation and a fascinating, moving story of an effects master whose greatest monster may have been himself.
That sounds cool.
It's the world premiere of it. Plot. Yeah.
It got me wanting to watch it for sure.
It's a world premiere. I'm hoping we were able to get a screener for that one because I definitely want to check it out. I mean, we'd love to have Steve on the show as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's someone we need to reach out to. And interesting enough, on Night of the Demons, when he did the makeup effects and he did like the lipstick and the nipple makeup on Linnea Quigley, he and her ended up becoming like a thing after that. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, dude, just like being a horror fan, seriously, like we've all had our crushes and stuff, right? But like being a makeup effects guy in the horror genre and dating Linnea Quigley, I mean, bro, you had the life at one point, right? I mean, holy shit, like that. Even for a chapter of your life, that's some awesome fucking living, especially from a horror fan to a horror icon.
All the films,
yeah, for sure.
Just even work on just like a handful of those.
Listen, to be like, oh, I've worked with Carpenter.
Just to work on, in some cases, just one of those films.
I've worked with Raimi, Carpenter, you know.
Again,
like
just to work with one of them.
Right. But no, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, that's the only documentary on our list, but that's definitely one that I'm looking forward to. And I think it's cool it's premiering at a film festival too. Yeah. Fantasia's perfect for it. And
because last year was the Chucky one, right?
It was. Well, it totally was. I forgot about that. But right. So to close out, I'll do my final film, which I chose Bowels of Hell, because to me, Bowels of Hell it just looks it's completely an old school splatter, gross out fest. Evil Dead and Dead Alive vibes all over it. For those who believe they've seen everything cinema has to offer, here comes Brazilian madman Gercius Gudner and Gustavo Vinegar's Bowels of Hell, unquestionably the grossest film at Fantasia 2026.
It looks like it just from the photo.
And also one of the wildest, most unpredictable, and hilarious. It's not entirely scatological humor. Wow, I'm reading this plot, and it's not entirely a scatological humor fest. Never heard that word before. I'm an idiot.
It means like shit.
Because Bowels is also a surprisingly touching story about parents and children and the struggle to focus on the people in your life that matter the most. It's also filled with some of the most disgusting, inventive kills seen in any movie in some time. And it should come as a little surprise that even the legendary Bruce LaBruce shows up at one point. When you gotta go, you gotta go. But in this film's haunted Sao Paulo apartment complex, go means that your time is most certainly up. Oh, so it really is poop. You weren't joking. Produced by Rodrigo Teixeira, the Oscar-nominated producer of The Witch, I'm Still Here, Call Me By Your Name, and The Lighthouse, Bowels of Hell is an unexpectedly layered mix of family drama, social satire, cranked to 11 gross-out horror, and poop jokes told with energy, wit, and style, coming to the continent after blowing minds and stomachs at this Rotterdam Film Festival. So,
and its North American premiere.
Here's the thing, right? So I read the plot briefly earlier. For that Fantasia had sent us over.
Sao Paulo, you just can't shit there, huh?
And So the thing about this though is
called it
that
a shithole.
I read the plot briefly and I watched the trailer, and I guess because I had so much going on today, when I read the bio, all of like besides the poop at the bottom, like when I said poop jokes, I didn't dawn on me like how much about poop it is. And now I realize, oh, this is just going to be like a really gross out poop movie. Now here's the thing. Now I'm ready to see it even more. This would have been higher up on my list because I just love that gross out shit. But for those of you that love
gross
potty
out
humor,
shit, well done.
For those of you that love potty humor and shit and farts, I mean, this and comedy and horror, I mean, shit, this is a high on horror movie. Whether we get to see it or not, we're reviewing that one for sure. It would not be high on horror if we did not review Bowels of Hell. And I'm an idiot. Bowels as in bowel, like your bowel. Oh my god, how did all this go over my fucking head, dude? What the fuck am I smoking tonight?
Rodrigo Teixeira, though. How about that for a producer resume?
Right?
The Witch, I'm Still Here, Call Me By Your Name, and The Lighthouse.
I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. It's a low budget movie too, so it's gonna, have that. It's
gonna be shitty.
I love when movies don't take themselves seriously and are self-aware, and this very much seems like a very fun self-aware movie. So, no, yeah, I'm looking forward to all these movies, and honestly, I could go on and on because we have 3 waves of films here, and we just picked the 5, 6 with the documentary, the 6 that we are most looking forward to the most. But holy shit, there is a lot more to come. We could do 2-3 episodes like this.
I don't know if Josh wants to do like a shit counter for how many times that's been said in the last few minutes by both of us. I feel like
we'll just wait till we review the movie. Now we're just hear the intro now. Welcome to High on Horror. Today we're getting shitty.
I think it's time to get out of here. Thanks to all the horror hounds and stoners out there for tuning in, and I'm sure whatever we review next will probably be something from Fantasia, but make sure to follow us online at High on Horror 420 on all the social medias out there. Send us your PPA questions, highonhorror420@gmail.com, or you can submit them via the social media thing I just said. So that'll about wrap her up. Catch you later.
Adios.